What's up, YouTube? So in today's video, I'm going to be showcasing my PlayStation 5 physical disc collection that I have. I've had my PlayStation 5 since 2022. So when we get towards August, I'll be making a year. So far, I've collected 39 games. And this is probably going to be a three-part thing that I want to do, where I want to showcase what I have now. I'll do another video again at the end of the summer when more games and I pick up some new stuff. And then another one towards the end of the year. So hopefully by that point, I don't have like a certain number in mind, but I just like to pick up unique things that like you don't really get to see a lot, and just kind of what catches my eye. So we're gonna get straight to it. Here's one of the first games that I picked up, Jumanji, the video game. You know, this is just one of those fun little arcade type of games. I picked it up. I paid $9 for it at a pawn shop. Me and my brother, this was a game that me and him played. We kind of got into it. Little arcade vibes, fun. But if you want more scary, you have Madison, which is, you know, a first person. You kind of use the camera to like determine certain parts of the game. But in terms of like the story and the quality, it's indie, but it's definitely a very good game. I enjoyed it. It's one of those games I played at night. It still comes with all the inserts in it. This one here is more of like a little book. Comes with a couple Polaroids of the monsters in the game. I highly recommend it. This is has a scary soundtrack to it, and if you get easily scared or you want like that type of rush, Madison is definitely going to be the game that does it for you. And here's the game that I picked up. This day I picked up two of them. This was one of them, the medium. This one here kind of gave me Silent Hill vibes just because of the atmosphere, the camera way, and just in terms of what it was trying to do. For me, it kind of knocked it out. I enjoyed it. I like the two-person perspective that you can do between the character. That was definitely a fun little twist that it had. So the medium, if you haven't played it, I recommend it. And then the second game that I picked up right here was In Sound Mind. This game here, I wasn't expecting much when I got into it. It was a game that was $20. But man, did it blow my mind. This game here, from the cat to the final boss, and just the story of the game was definitely very good. I would highly recommend it. It's of course also more of like an indie type of deal, but this game here was just one of the best ones that I played out of this whole lot. And then here's another game that I also played with my younger brother. Aliens Fireteam Elite. This is also one of those pickups that I only got it because he had it, and we like to kind of play those types of games where we're doing co-op in like the other room, and we just try and progress through the game. We're currently working through one right now, and I'll get to it. It's in here. But Aliens Fireteam, it was a solid pickup. I think I picked it up for like $10, $20. Very good game. You know, we got done with it, and we're not playing it anymore. So Spirit of the North, this one here I picked up at my local video game shop. This one was also here like $20, I believe. I picked this one up because you get to play as a fox, and kind of like the vibes that it gave me for the next game that was coming out. I kind of wanted to get into that type of style just to prepare myself. I haven't beat it yet, but Spirit of the North is definitely a game that I need to get back into. But this game here is Stray. If you've played it, you know. If you haven't played it, you need to. You play as a cat. It's definitely something different. It's definitely unique. I enjoyed it when it came out. I still have the pictures that it comes with sealed in here. So I need to go back into it and hopefully get that platinum. It's definitely going to take some time, but I feel like it's something that can be accomplished. Here's one of those unique games, obscure type of games, Poker Club. Don't condone gambling, but this game, it looked unique. It was on clearance, so I picked it up. But I never actually played it. I installed it. I created the character. It's online only, so every lobby that you get into is going to be with another person. But I never got into it. I never got the chance to actually sit down and play it. Here we have Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. So I had the PS4 version, And I actually put a lot of hours into that game, beat the story, beat the DLC. A lot of the fatality trophies I ended up getting. What I didn't know is that when you get the PS5 version of it, you have to restart. That I didn't know. And it was kind of a bummer, and I tried to work as much as I could back into getting it. Definitely fun. The online is brutal. This game, I mean, at the end of the day, I only picked it up because it has the PlayStation 5 at the top. And so I want to build this collection, and this was one of the games that had to be in it. And then here we are, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. This is the Steelbook. This is the pre-order Steelbook that it comes with. Call of Duty is just one of those games where some games are misses, some games are hits. This was kind of in between. The campaign, I thought, had its moments. The multiplayer is just something I couldn't get into. This did come with its original case. I kind of put it away in storage because I wanted to keep the Steelbook. This is a beautiful Steelbook. This Steelbook is just, wow. And now we're jumping into December of 2022 with the Callisto Protocol. Game by the developers of Dead Space, the originals. You definitely get those vibes. It definitely has some jump scares in it. But the controllers just felt very heavy. I never even used the code inside of here. And I don't like that about a game. I don't like that it feels kind of heavy. The controllers feel like they're super stiff. I don't like that about games. The Callisto Protocol was kind of, I should have picked it up on sale. I paid the full price, and it just is what it is. Do I recommend it? Of course. It's definitely a decent game. Here's a game that is very good, super underrated. Guardians of the Galaxy. Square Enix, I hope they do another Marvel type of game. Peter Quill, and along with the crew of Guardians of the Galaxy, is just amazing story, fun gameplay. It's one of those games that by the time I got to the end of it, I needed like 2 more trophies for the platinum, and it was just one of those. I put like a month, not even, into this game, and I couldn't do it in one go. There was just, I need to get back into it. If you haven't played it, you need to play this game. We're getting to the end of stack number 1. Here we have Tormented Souls, which gave me a lot of Resident Evil vibes, and I think that's what they were going for in this game. It's still sealed. I've never actually even opened this game. I traded in a bunch of games to GameStop, and I used that credit towards this game because it looked unique. It was just there. I completely forgot how much this game was. I think it was like $30 or something when it was there, just for the game to go on sale like a week later. You know their policy. If you buy it brand new, you only have like a day to return it. So hopefully one day we crack this game open and we get to play it, maybe stream it or something. But Tormented Souls, something I'm looking forward to. Ghostbusters Spirit Unleashed. This is one of those games where you definitely need more than one player. Some aspects of it are good, but just playing with a bunch of like the NPC characters, it gets very wonky at times, and it's definitely one of those games where you need more people. Kind of like Jumanji, where you want to play it with more people. Kind of like Aliens, where you want to play it with more people. Ghostbusters is the same. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a pretty decent game. I liked it. I kind of like the style they were going for. I just thought that it wasn't going to be... I thought it was going to be more story-driven than what it was. But here's a very good story-driven game. God of War Ragnarok. This game is just amazing. Should have got Game of the Year. Platinum trophy right here, definitely. The story with Atreus, the story with Kratos. It doesn't have his disc at the moment because this is a game that my brother is currently playing. He is getting to experience it for the first time, and I'm just telling him, you better gun it because you need that platinum as well. Need for Speed Unbound. This right here was my first kind of a full introduction to a racing game. They've never really been my thing. I never played Heat. I played a little bit of Payback, and I never played like the reboot Need for Speed game. I know my brother loves those, but Need for Speed Unbound is It was my first take, and I actually enjoyed it. I liked the racing. I mean, it took me a while to get used to it, but once I did, this game was definitely very good. The story in here I liked. The online in this game was good. So Need for Speed Unbound, it's definitely very good if you have your own crew with it. Dead Space, the remake, the reboot, whatever it is, this game is fire. This game is good. This is actually my first walkthrough of this game. I've never played the originals. I never played the original Dead Space. I never played the second or the third. This was my first go at this game, and it was miles beyond better than the Callisto Protocol. So I definitely recommend this one if you haven't played it. Demon Souls. Now, I'm not the biggest Souls player. This was my first take at a Souls game. I wanted to test myself because a lot of people can play these types of games with ease, and I've never played a single game. And yeah, I can see why it took so long. I want to say I got maybe through one boss in this game, and I'm definitely stuck at a part right now. So I don't dislike the Souls genre. I actually enjoy it. I enjoy watching the gameplay. I mean, I'm going to continue playing these games to hope to get better. That way I can come back to Demon Souls. Here's a fun shooter. World War I Tannenberg. So this was clearance. This one right here is actually, out of the two that I have, this one is the one that actually kept me interested in it because it had more lobbies for sure. It had more trophies to give. This one here is definitely a different take from like Call of Duty, from what you're used to in those types of games. So I picked this one up. Definitely a fun grab. And then here's its other counterpart, Verdun, which was also pretty good. Actually, this is the one that I want to go pick up first. I thought that these games had a story. I didn't know that these were actual online-only games with just multiplayer. That caught me off guard. I actually picked up both of these games on the same day. So I had to drive down to Katy for the first one. I had to drive to Spring for the second one. It was such a mess. They had to hold one for me because I was an hour and a half away in Houston traffic. And if you're from the city, man, you know exactly how it gets around 5 o'clock. So those are definitely fun grabs. Here we have another game that I actually used my trade credits towards. I actually haven't played it. I haven't installed it. It's just sitting on my shelf. It's definitely a game I want to get into. Still have the map in here as well. So maybe one day we'll kind of get into it and maybe we'll stream it. You know, it looks interesting, but I can't say if it's good or not. I've never played it. Here's the game that I did play and I did beat. Doman, on clearance. At the time, it was 20% off. When I bought this game and I installed it, it was a quick install. As soon as I saw the shield, the sword, the health bar, and the stamina, I already knew what I was getting myself into. It was a Souls game. I was like, man, do I really want to invest the time into it? But I told myself that I need to learn this genre. I need to get into these games. And Doman, some people will say it's bad. Some people say it's good. This right here was actually one of those games I beat. This is the first Souls-like game that I've ever beat. I enjoyed it. Once I got it through, that sigh of relief was like, okay, this game took me forever because this game was very difficult for me. But just beating it, I definitely felt 100 times better. Definitely excited to play some more. But, you know, with the current skew of games coming out, it's kind of difficult. Here we have another sealed one, Wreckfest. Now, this one here, I bought it. Honestly, I can't remember where I got it from. I don't know if it came from Best Buy or if I bought it on eBay. But it just, demolition derby type of game. It caught me, you know, by surprise. It looked interesting. So I went ahead and bought it. It's still sealed. Maybe we'll play it one day. Mortal Shell Enhanced Edition. Here's another Souls-like game. This one here was actually a little bit more easier after I beat Doman. I kind of knew what I was getting into, and this game, I haven't got very far in it. I haven't progressed too much, but it's definitely a good game for what it is so far. I hope to get back into it soon. But here's another sealed game, Override Super Mech League 2. This is a game I picked up at a pawn shop. I want to say I paid maybe $7 for it, which at GameStop is like, what, $15, $20? I'm just now seeing that this is actually an online only type of game. So maybe it's a good thing I kept it sealed. I don't know. It's just, I like the way it looks. It looks like a kind of like a Godzilla fighter game. So kaijus. I don't know if I'll crack it open. It just looks nice, sealed. So why not? Here's another game that I haven't beat. Hogwarts Legacy. I got the Deluxe edition for this one. This is an absolute beauty of a game. This little sticker right here was actually on the seal. As soon as I cracked it open, I put it on here because it just, I don't know, it looks good. I did get pretty far in this game, but not super far. And I know I need to come back and beat it. I know I need to. I haven't even used the codes yet. So Hogwarts Legacy, despite the controversy, this is a must get. You know, I love this cover. This cover is beautiful. So now we're getting towards the last stack right here. Go ahead and move this a little bit. Here we have Deliver Us the Moon, which is actually another, excuse me, sealed game that I have. This one here. I actually joined a Facebook group just to look for this game because the only thing I could find on eBay were PAL copies of it, and I wanted an American version of it. It was sealed. I don't know if I'll open it. I want to play this game. I want to get through it. This is probably going to be a game that has to get streamed because if I crack this seal, I want to experience it with other people as well. Here we are. Oxide Room 104. This was also an eBay game that I picked up. It became very difficult to find in stores at one point, which is, you know, again, they all went on clearance and they sold out quick. But I paid a pretty good price on eBay. I think it was like $15 maybe, which is fair. It's nothing major. Shout out to Jen who left a note in here. It still comes with the postcards that it has. But this game is kind of odd, you know, like you're meant to get multiple endings at like different points, but it's so difficult for me. You know, you die, you get the scene with the man, and then you have to restart it, you know. But I need to get back into it and get some more in. But Oxide, it was just one of those obscure, unique games that I just needed to get. And here's our first PAL covered game, Horror Tales The Wine. This cover, this is the reason why I bought it. Because of the cover. This cover is amazing. Also sealed. This game came from France. So when I crack it open, this is probably going to be one of those games I have to stream. It just looks very good. Here's another PAL game that I got. Police Simulators Patrol Officers. This one is also sealed. This game just looked funny when I watched the gameplay. Just the whole point of it. You play as a cop and you get to do cop things in this game. It looked interesting. So that's really the main reason why I bought it. Scarlet Nexus. I haven't played it. I haven't installed it. I think I picked it up for like $7 at a pawn shop. So a PS5 game for $7. That was honestly the main reason why I even got it. Hopefully it's good. If anybody watching this has played this game, let me know. Here's a game that's actually very good. Gran Turismo 7. I picked it up in the Steelbook. And you know, the steelbook is pretty. It's a pretty pricey thing still. I picked it up for a whopping $15. The codes in here, I wasn't expecting to work. I put them in, they worked. So I got all the cars. I ended up getting all the little avatars, and I got the credits. I think I got like 1 million in credits in this game because of it. So Gran Turismo 7 is definitely fun. It's a great simulator game. I haven't tried it with the VR, but definitely very fun. Scars Above was one of those games where you want to platinum it in one run, but I didn't. It was one of those games where I was 2 trophies away from getting platinum. I need to go back and get it. But Scars Above was a very good game for me. I enjoyed it. I didn't see a lot of people playing this game. But, you know, to those that did, I saw a bunch of good reviews. And I can go ahead and say that this game was very good. Here's another sealed game. Steel Rising. This is a Souls-like game, and that's the reason why I bought it, because it's a Souls-like game. When I crack this seal open, I definitely want to stream it. I definitely want to get very far in it. I'm not ready to crack this seal open and invest that time into it if I know I can't invest the time into it. So hopefully it's good. Here's a game that's not so good, kind of good. Back for Blood. I picked up the steelbook for this one. I bought it off of eBay. It came with the regular case, but I actually ended up putting that one in storage along with Modern Warfare. This is the game that I'm playing with my brother currently. This game has its moments where it's very good, and it has its moments where it's very bad. And for this recent run that we got into, it has been very bad to us. So we definitely got to find another night to get into it and just keep pushing through. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it for what it is. Reminds me a lot of Left 4 Dead, which is kind of what they were going for. This game is, you know, if you have your friends with it, it's fun. If it's just you by yourself, good luck. Here we have WWE 23, the Deluxe edition with John Cena in it. And this cover here is just amazing. I had to have it. I love WWE. I love wrestling. You know, I definitely enjoy it. What more can I say? You know, if you love wrestling, you love this game. 2K definitely went downhill for a bit, but they're coming back up. This is definitely a good game to grab. I prefer this edition over the regular edition. And even the Icons edition is it's all right, but just the gold on here is just amazing. And we're getting to the last bit of the games right here. We got Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which I actually picked up not that long ago from the pawn shop as well. I want to say I paid like $5 for this one. I played it on PS4. I loved it on PS4. This to me was like the best Call of Duty game in a long time. This was my Call of Duty game during the pandemic. The zombies was amazing. The multiplayer was amazing. The campaign was also amazing. I don't know. This to me is just, it's definitely not better than Black Ops 2, but it's still a very good Call of Duty game. And now we're down to the last two. Resident Evil 4, the remake. I just beat this game last week, and this game is amazing. This game is, I played the original, I beat the original. This one here definitely has that horror element back into it. The tone is different, just everything about it. 10 out of 10. This game is, I actually have some Mercenaries gameplay in here. If you guys want to check it out, it's definitely there on my channel. So this game is, it actually did something weird to me, man. I beat the game, and I had dropped that video about the Mercenaries where I got a S++, and then the very next day it wiped all the data off. So a lot of the chapters in this game, it doesn't even acknowledge that I beat it. A lot of the all the Mercenaries run that I had, all the S+ and everything that I had is gone. It's gone. honestly, until they drop a DLC, I don't really have the energy to get back into it, just because like you hop in and all your data is gone, you're upset. I still don't know why it did it, but it did it. But here is the game that I am currently playing. Just came out. This game here came out on the 21st of April 2023. Dead Island 2, man. 10 years in development. I know the studio has been working on it for about 3. It's definitely a fun, gory game. I want to say I'm maybe an hour and a half into it. Dead Island is just definitely a fun, quick getaway from, like, you know, ironic because it's in the beach. It's definitely a getaway from whatever you want to play. I recommend it. The brutal kills, everything. So yeah, that was my PS5 collection, my PS5 physical collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and upload this one, and maybe we'll start streaming soon, man. You know, definitely enjoy making content again. Definitely enjoy showcasing things. So just stay tuned. You know, maybe some of these games that are sealed will crack open and we'll go ahead and stream it. So if you watched my video, thank you. Subscribe. Go ahead and, you know, put a like out. I definitely appreciate it. So again, thank you.